I'm down here in my basement annex to pick up an item that sold. Let me take it up and add it to the other items that the same customer bought. I was just pulling into the parking lot of Value World and I heard a cha-ching. That is either eBay or Etsy sale. I'll put it into the video once I know what it is, but in the meantime, let's go in and see what I can thrift to put into my cart and flip online. The music was super loud right as I came into the store. I saw these little flags on the top. They always put items on top of the clothes. I really like this one with the hummingbird. Those are Avon pieces. It's a creamer and sugar. I'm looking for the price on it. There it is. It's $3.23. This was really neat. I like the color on it and the graphics. Bella Joy pottery for $161. I'm gonna put that in the cart. And I'm gonna grab the flags and the Avon, put those in the cart too. I've only got about 6 feet into the shelf and I keep seeing things. Let's see what this is. That is definitely a vintage mug.
Can I get a ski account?
I am loving that. In the cart it goes. I also put that in.
Jerry, do me a favor and grab the production paper off the line and bring it to the front with you. George, can you show them where it's at?
So I'm picking this up for 80 cents. Plate holder.
Over on the line where we write our...
I'm loving the colors on this. I always like bright colors. The price is right, $4.34. There's 3 bowls, but I'm already seeing chips. Oh, there's a big chip. And I see another one back there. And it says, oh, it says Pier 1 on the bottom. That might have gone in the cart, but not this time. $14.21, super pretty, definitely vintage. I see a chip there on one of the plates, but I just don't want to pick up a whole set of dishes at the moment. I have a lot of dish sets at home I need to process. I'm gonna look through some of these plates back here though. I'm just put that down and see what's underneath this one. Oh, that's got some weight to it. What is that? Pacific Rim hand painted. Let me see what this one is. I see some plastic ones under there. Frutetto hand painted collection. Tabletops Unlimited. Some of the Tabletops Unlimited pieces are starting to get good prices. I have picked up some of the square ones, serving pieces that go really well. I did a quick look down all of the bags. And I stopped right here because I'm pretty sure these are Avon. Yep, you can see it on the bottom. Kind of match my other items I got. And then these big pillows in here, these are going to be for me. I love these kind of cylinder ones. I have one, but it's starting to fall apart, so I've been looking for a good one that matches in my living room, and I thought, here's a 3-piece set that all matches. So I'm getting that. total spend was $26.32, but there is quite a few items. I think 5 items that are mine, and I think 3 or 4 to flip online. I'll break it down in the haul and tell you how much I actually paid for the items that I am flipping and what I think I can get for them. Let's go over my haul from Value World. A few things are still in the bag. Those are for me. At first glance, I saw this bowl and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. It's got the cat on the bike. Really nice bowl. But I picked it up because of 2 things. One, the price, $1.61. That's very reasonable. I know that particular location of Value World said that they were going to be lowering their prices, and I think they did. Bella Joy Pottery. I did look that up, or try to look it up when I was in the store and wasn't getting much luck. I found this exact bowl listed on eBay for $55, but we all know that just because it's listed that high doesn't mean it sells for that high. I've since done a little bit more research on this, and this is a local Michigan artist, Heidi Fahrenbacher, and she does all kinds of plates and bowls and mugs and just whatever I think she wants to make and paint. Her items are just now coming on to eBay and Poshmark. Somebody had one of her mugs listed up on Poshmark, and it's regular coffee mug, like a taller one, taller than this one, for $90. I thought that was interesting. I did see a pair of mugs, kind of the taller ones, on eBay by the same artist that were listed in, I think it was like the $30 range roughly, which I think is, I don't know, is that more reasonable? Who knows? When these are made by a specific artist and she's been making her art for a while and it's kind of getting out there now. But I bet a lot of people are not familiar with her work. I certainly am not. So it's hard to tell how much I will get for this. Could be in that, I mean, I'd hate to like devalue her, but it could go for like $25. It could go for $45. So I'm not sure about how much I'm going to make on this, but I was pretty happy about this particular find. Of course, I had to save this vintage mug. Just love the flowers on it. It's a stoneware mug, $1.21. This is anywhere in that $10 to $12 range, $15 at the highest. And then these Avon items. Avon can go for nothing. Some of these, if you look them up on eBay, do not sell that well. But I've been having a little bit of luck selling them on other platforms. So I think what I want to do is put this up in a live sale on Niknax.net. And I think this was $3 and something. Yeah, $3.23, and that's $2.92. And I'm going to put it all together. This is the creamer and sugar in the Cape Cod, cranberry Cape Cod pattern. And then these are 2 little cordial glasses. I was also thinking that they might actually hold like almost like a egg cup, something like that. That's why I was thinking putting them together. And I think I can get somewhere in that $12 to $15 range for the 4 pieces. I sold a set of 4 vintage forks, and they're in this little pile over here. I gotta get them out and I'll show you what they are. Here is the set of forks that I sold. They're vintage. They have this floral pattern on the handle. They are made in Japan. It says gold standard stainless steel. I bought these a long time ago and they have been listed for a long time. I paid 26 cents for these 4 forks and I sold them for $12.34 on eBay. So this was an interesting take on my live sales. My friend needed to be dropped off at the airport at an extremely early time. I had to get up at 3:45 in the morning. I dropped her off at 4:30. It's only 20 minutes away. So I was back home before 5 o'clock. And I was looking on Niknax.net and I was like, wow, the first show, it was a train, the morning Niknax train, wasn't going to start till 7:30. And I thought, that's enough time for me to put together a show, a live sale. And so I did. I listed up like 5 or 6 new items of my recent finds. And then I started my show at 6:05 in the morning. I had my coffee, I had my water, and for the first 15-20 minutes, I filmed it just as I'm filming it here, where it was just me talking because I was waiting for people to come in because nobody does shows that early. And of the people, the regulars that come in on the morning Niknax train, they wouldn't have come on to Niknax till around 7:15, 7:30, maybe to put some pre-bids in or something like that. So they would have been surprised that somebody was on. And then a person popped in and we were just chit-chatting. I was like, I'm going to wait for more people before I start running items. And it turns out she was in California and she couldn't sleep. And it was 3 o'clock in the morning for her. And so she hung out for about an hour or so, and then more people popped in, and I said, okay, now it's time for me to flip my camera around and start doing my items here on the table. And that's what I did. And it was really slow at first. And we were just like chatting and talking about where we were. And then somebody broke the ice. It always happens this way. Once one person buys something, then all of a sudden I got lots of sales and I sold 11 items. I'm down here in my basement annex to pick up an item that sold. Let me take it up and add it to the other items that the same customer bought. Along with that plate that I just grabbed out of my basement annex, I also sold these items right here. And I'm going to have to grab the rest of the items and put them all together, and then we can talk about them all. I sold this pair of mugs down here. I also sold that covered butter dish. Let me get that out. And I also sold one of these tea light holders. It happens to be that one right there. Let me put that over with all the other items and I'll tell you about everything. Okay, now I have all 11 items gathered up. And the reason for that is some sold during the live auction and some were bought out of my buy it now. I always list up everything that's available into my buy it now so that anybody who buys something, if they want to use the progressive shipping and add items to their box, they can go into the buy it now and select items out of there. And that's exactly what happened. So I kind of showed you this from downstairs in the basement. Somebody made this. Look at that. It's got all this copper wiring and they, like, what is it called? Wood burning when they do this. Just amazing plate. Somebody handmade that. This is a recent find. Sold the Aladdin Campbell's Soup thermos. And this is a Silver City candy dish. You could put a battery powered, little tea light in there. I wouldn't use a real tea light in there because this is silver overlay. And they made lots and lots of dishes, serving dishes, just all kinds of items that have this same poppy dish on it. And then I also sold this item, hand embroidered dresser scarf. So pretty, so much work went into these. It's got a crocheted edge on it. Just love that. I am always on the hunt for more linens, especially this kind, along with, crocheted afghans and things like that. And then this owl trinket dish. And if you're wondering, you're like, hey, didn't you sell that once before? Yes, I did. But the payment never went through. So I relisted it and now it's sold a second time. And then let me get this off of here. I also sold this lucite trivet. It's got these pressed flowers in it. It's just amazing. I thought this was so neat. And these are pink depression glass berry bowls. These three match each other and they have like a really nice design on the edge there. And then this one is, although it's flat on the top, it has a really nice ribbed design to it. Sold all of those. And then of course there's the Otagiri mugs. And see that little bit of gold loss on it? I always put defects like that in the titles of the items I'm selling so that the person can see like, oh, there's something, they need to go and look at the pictures. I also repeat it and give more detail down in the description. I don't want people to be surprised. They think they're getting mugs that are in really good condition and only to find out that there's some gold loss on them. So I don't like to surprise people. It also helps me when I'm doing my live sales because I can see that in the title and I mention it and I show it live. But this was bought out of the Buy It Now. And then you know how I love my marmalade pieces. I think I only have one left. I should get that listed up onto Niknax.net. Although I sell them all over the place. I sell them on all the different platforms that I sell on. This is the covered butter dish. Let's see if I can get the lid off here and show you the bottom. So International is the company. It's stoneware made in Japan. Sometimes some of the dishes actually say marmalade on them, but most of them do not. But you know it because of the blue trim on it, the geese, and the fruit. This happens to have a strawberry on it. Some of the pieces have more fruit, or in the case of like the canister set, each canister had a different fruit on it. And then the last item I sold was this little tea light holder. I bought a bunch of these. I think it's 7 in total. And this is the first one to sell. This one says made in Taiwan on the bottom. One of them is an anchor hocking, and the rest of them are either unbranded, there's nothing on the bottom, or it says made in Taiwan. My total cost of goods for all 11 items was $26.36, and I sold them for $103. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Put any comments down below. As you know, I love reading your comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.